In the first video on Scatterplots, we learned how to do a line of best fit based on the data that we plotted as a scatterplot. Now we're going to take that information, take that line of best fit, and use it to predict other values that weren't included on our table. There's two types of predictions we can make. The first one is an interpolation. What this is, it's an estimate of a value within two known values in a sequence of values. Wow, that's got value in there a lot. But basically it says a line of best fit is a good estimator of missing values within our data set. So this will make more sense as I go through some of the examples, but what we're saying is that as long as we're trying to predict something inside the data I was given, it's a good estimator. The next one is extrapolation. It's an estimation of a value based on extending a known sequence of values or facts beyond the area that is certainly known. So in a general sense, to extrapolate is to infer something that's not stated from the existing information. So let's go ahead and take a look at some examples, and I think it'll make a little more sense. All right, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring back my data from the front so I don't have to keep flipping over the sheet. And the next thing I did was I brought back that equation from that we found for our line of best fit. I'm also going to simplify it here, which it's going to be a little bit ugly, but it has to be done. The first thing I'm going to do is distribute that 3 halves. It's not going to be pretty, but that's what it is because I got this negative, this minus 45 halves. And then I'm going to add 40 to both sides. All right, in order to change that 40 into a fraction, I need to multiply this 40 by 2 so I can change it. When I do that, I'm actually going to be multiplying or adding by 80 over 2. You can see that 80 divided by 2 would give me back that 40. These will cancel. And I'm left with 35 halves. So negative 45 plus 80 gave me that 35 halves. Because nobody really likes working with fractions, let's go ahead and convert this to decimals. Now, normally if you're graphing, you're never going to convert this to a decimal, but because we're going to be doing calculations with it, it will be a lot easier if we have decimals. So this will be 17.5, so 35 divided by 2. All right, now we're ready to finally answer our questions. Determine if estimating the following information would be an extrapolation or an interpolation. So for this problem, it says estimate the maximum life of an animal with an average longevity. Okay, so average longevity, so average lifespan of 30 years. I'm going to look at my graph, and here's my average. Does the number 30 fall somewhere in between all of these? And it does. Since my maximum's 41 and my minimum's 8, 30 does fall between those points. So this is an interpolation. Next, remember when we graphed this, we graphed the average on the x-axis. So the next question asks, determine if you're given the independent or the dependent value. And we're given the independent value. And finally, it says to use your equation for your line of best fit to estimate the asked value. So since this was the independent variable, which means it's the x variable, we're going to make this x here in our 30 and simplify and solve. So we're trying to find the maximum value. So estimate the maximum life, which would be our y. And we'll finish writing this out. So we've got 1.5 what our X is 30 years, and that's plus 17.5. Okay. Let's do 30 times 1.5, and this is 62.5 years. I brought our table back again so that we can use it for this next problem. Estimate the maximum life of an animal with an average longevity of 75 years. So my average, you can see I don't have any numbers greater than 41. So 75 is way outside of this group of numbers. And that's why this is an extrapolation. Once again, the average number here is those are my X values. This was the maximum was our Y values. So if we're given the average longevity, then we were given the X, or the independent variable. And finally, we're going to put it all together by putting it into our formula. So I'm just going to zoom back out so we can see that formula again. And here we go. So I've substituted that 75 in, and then I'm going to do 1.5 times 75. And when I add those two together, the 112.5 plus 17.5, I get 130 years. So this is estimating that if the average lifespan of some type of animal is 75 years, then the maximum lifespan would be 130 years. In an extrapolation, this is pretty questionable. There aren't many animals, maybe the tortoises, that live that long. So I don't know how reliable this is. Because it's an extrapolation, it's outside of my group. All right, we're going to look at the challenge one next. I'm going to try to go quickly. All right, final problem. We've got that we want to find the average longevity when we know the maximum age is 65. So now we're looking at our max. We see our minimum is 20, and our maximum age was 77. So 65 does fall inside of those numbers. So let me ask you, is this an extrapolation or an interpolation? All right, so we were given the Y value, the 65 years. So were we given the independent or the dependent variable? And that is in your notes right at the top of this page. So that is the dependent value. When I set up my equation this time, I've been given the Y value. So I'm going to replace the Y with the 65. That's going to equal 1.5x plus 17.5. So this time I'm going to solve for x. That means I start by subtracting 17.5 from both sides. So I get 47.5 equals 1.5x. Next step is to divide both sides by that 1.5. So this is definitely stuff we've done before. It's been a while. And that gives me x. And this ends up being a decimal, so I'm going to round, I just think, to the nearest tenth. So I've got 31.7 years would be the average. If my maximum lifespan is 65 for this animal, then the average should be around 31.7 years.